little cold. If she knew how little that mattered to him, she would not even have bothered to mention it with that vague, accusing look in her eyes. Especially if she knew just what had him running late. I had a drink with a friend after work. It was a facile lie. Just one beer with a buddy of mine. We got talking and time slipped away from me. Let me help set the table. That mollified her a little. Thanks. This was getting old, he thought. But he did go get the plates. Someone had pushed her. Not a gentle nudge, either. A slap to the shoulder that made Thea stumble on the sidewalk and go to her knees. Nice. She struggled up and realized people were running everywhere, yelling, and apparently someone else crashed into her because she was suddenly back on the ground and something wasn't right. It was all wrong. And there was a man kneeling next to her, and he kept saying, oh God, don't move, lady, you've been shot." Shot? She felt it now, the heat of blood soaking her shirt, heard the people pounding past her, and she realized the young man who had actually stopped was in a panic, his hand shaking as he tried to press her coat to her shoulder. He said, "I have no idea what to do." The pain was beginning to register. She wasn't incapable of standing, but much more of a target if she did. Having him get shot as well would do her no good, but officer down meant tons of police cars screaming in at top speed. "Tell them officer down." I can't just leave you." "Run. With luck, he thinks I'm dead. Dial 911. He ran. She made every effort, and it wasn't easy, to not move. She thought maybe she'd been hit twice, because her side was burning too. But Mass Ave was a very busy, loud street, and she hadn't really heard either shot. Dirk Lyons. He'd do it. She'd beaten him once at the shooting range. He hadn't liked it. He took himself very seriously. She'd learned that very early on. Charismatic, but not easygoing. The latter didn't apply. The intensity could be part of his appeal. How the hell had he learned she was in town? It was only a minute or so, hard to tell when lying on a cold sidewalk, before she heard the sirens. God bless young men with good hearts and an active cell phone. The first uniformed officer who reached her looked like a veteran, silver at his temples and a brisk, comforting efficiency. He crouched down. "The cavalry is here. What happened? The call said officer down?" "FBI agent," she informed him. "I didn't see the shooter. He was behind me. I'm pretty sure I was the only target." She wasn't gasping, so not a punctured lung anyway. Shaken and in pain, but still breathing. "Paramedics are waiting. We are just securing the area. If they get shot, they can't help you." "I don't think you have a mass shooting on your hands." She sat up, which really wasn't too bad. "Since you are the only casualty I can see, I'm going to believe that, but let's be cautious." Woozy, but not out of it, Thea asked, "Help me up? I can stand. I just did my possum act, and this is one freezing sidewalk. I don't mind the bleeding as much as the cold right now." She also thought she might have a mild concussion from a double fall to the cement. "You seem lucid enough. Okay." His grip was strong as he pulled her up. "You have an ambulance ride ahead of you. It'll be warm in there. Here they come with a stretcher." She was wobbly but correct. She could stand. "Thank you. Can you call Detective Kirkland for me as a favor? Just tell him what happened. My name is Thea Benedict. He'll recognize it." The older officer raised his brows. "Yeah, I know Kirkland. Homicide, right? I will put that through." The next hour was a blur of police officers on their radios, paramedics, and the promised ambulance ride. She'd been lucky, an emergency room doctor informed her. No broken bones and no vital organs, so no surgery necessary. That was good news anyway. The bad news was she was staying overnight. Blood loss. the doctor told